Hint, hint. It's something got to do with apples. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. When I saw your pictures that you guys have tried my recipes, the crepes, the donuts, I was so happy. Here are a few pictures that you guys sent me. I am so grateful. I'm so thankful that oh my god, you guys actually tried those. I made this channel in a really okay, pata nahi koi karega nahi karega, but I'm so glad that you guys tried. It makes me really happy. It's like a boost of motivation to keep going. And if you've never seen my face before, hi, my name is Disha and I'm a pastry chef. I post videos every Saturday. So for this video, I thought I would give you guys a chance to notch up your baking skills. I know the past two videos have been really easy and really easy to do, but I thought this time you guys should be ready by now to try something a little complex, something a little different. And I also know that most of you don't have cocoa powder at home because of the lockdown. Apparently everybody is baking right now and literally the markets are out of cocoa powder and baking powders and corn flour, because I myself went to buy corn flour, I couldn't get it. So for today's video, we are going to make my second favorite. If you know my first favorite, comment down below. My second favorite, apple cinnamon cake. Oh my god, this cake is phenomenal, you guys. So for this cake, I'll be needing 2 apples, flour, some oil, some almond flour. So this almond flour is obviously store-bought. I don't recommend making almond flour at home, since for me, I have tried, it's a very tedious process. But if you do want to make almond flour at home, I'll link it down in the description below how to make almond flour at home. So, and this is optional. If you don't have almond flour, it's okay. You can just substitute those quantities by normal all-purpose flour. So almond flour, I have some brown sugar, I have baking powder and some cinnamon, because that is the real flavor in this cake. Like, I love cinnamon so much. I ate so much cinnamon in a day. I got blisters all over my tongue, and the next day I woke up, I sprinkled some cinnamon on my apple and ate it again. That is how much I love cinnamon. Okay, so and I have 3 eggs. So this is all that we're going to be needing today. So one more thing, I'll be using a KitchenAid today. If you don't have a KitchenAid, you can use a hand blender. So in this recipe, to make this cake, we will be using foaming method. So in foaming method, what you do is you foam up your eggs and you add sugar in parts, which will basically be the leavening agent in your cake. And then you slightly fold in the flour and the dry ingredients, and then lastly we'll add the oil and grated apple. So we're gonna start by grating our apple. Also I'll be linking kya hota hai, Disha? Also I'll be mentioning all the full measurements for this recipe, cups and grams both, in the description down below. So I'm gonna start off by grating 2 apples. I honestly like it with the peel, but it is your choice. If you want to peel them and then grate, it's fine. So I'm gonna grate these apples. I'm wearing red lipstick and red top in honor of apple cake. You know, a fun fact about apples, when you eat the apple, you know, there is this core that you leave behind while eating it. I mean, after you've done eating it. In actual terms, the core doesn't exist, because the apple only has 4 to 5 seeds, which you can easily eliminate while eating, and you can actually eat the whole thing. Crazy, right? I've got all my apples grated. Since this is a foaming method cake, you will need a very big bowl to fluff up your eggs in. Fluff up, guys. So I have 3 eggs. Make sure whatever bowl you are using is very clean and there is no kind of moisture in it, no oil or no water in it. So it should be really clean. Now we are going to whisk our eggs and get them all foamy and nice. The logic of me putting your sugar in parts and why we foam it up like that. So the egg has fat, right? the sugar molecules cut through that fat and hence air bubbles form, if that makes sense. Basically, that is what creates the air in the fat. So we're gonna whisk it till the ribbon stage. I'll show you what the ribbon stage is. You see that? That is the ribbon stage. So essentially, ribbon stage is like when you pull out and make a 8. That should happen. Yeah, like that. It's still not there yet, honestly. A little bit more, and then we'll fold in the joint. The consistency that we want of our batter. It's very important to shake off the excess out of the whisk. You don't want to waste any batter. So now that this is ready, I'm gonna set it aside for just a minute till the time I can get my dry ingredients ready. So I have flour and I have almond flour. So this recipe is really versatile. You can make it completely gluten-free. You can omit all of the flour, and to that proportion you can add almond flour. So I'm gonna be mixing my almond flour with normal flour. So here I have cinnamon and baking powder. I'm just gonna dump in these. So I love cinnamon, so I'm gonna be adding 5 grams of it. You can add less if you want, but trust me, 5 grams it tastes nice. I'll just whisk these dry ingredients together so that they are nicely combined. I have my dry ingredients ready. Now I will be folding in my dry ingredients to the egg. Since this is a foaming method cake, we will be going very slow and very light, and we don't want to crush down all the air that has been built up by whisking it. Add your flour in 2 to 3 parts. It's better and nicer that way. So now in the folding method, what we do is this. Fold, cut, fold. The first time that I added my flour, it's still lumpy. I'm not mixing it all together nicely, very nicely, because I know I have more flour to be added. I can smell all the cinnamon, the almond. Okay, I'm gonna add the last part. We'll add the oil and the grated apples in the end. Now I'll add my oil and the grated apple. As a chef, I don't rely more on essence or synthetic flavoring. I always believe in natural flavors, natural fruit, anything. So if you have ever had the chance to have my cakes, a fruit cake or anything like that, you would know that I make my butterscotch caramel, my strawberry compote, everything by scratch. I use 0 essences or 0 synthetic flavoring other than blueberry, because I can't manage blueberries here in Baroda. You guys, this is my favorite part. Like, we're so close to baking it, that is what makes it my favorite part. Adding vanilla to this recipe is really optional. If you don't like the eggy flavor that the egg gives, you can add vanilla. Personally, I don't mind it. Plus, this recipe already has a lot of cinnamon, so it kind of covers the eggy flavor. But if you do want to put it, you can. So this is how the batter will look like. We are ready for baking. Today I'm gonna be baking in my silicone mold, which is the best in the world. No jhanjat of lining the mold or anything like that. So today I'm going to be using this, but I'll also show you how to line a mold, or aluminum tin mold, and if you are using a ring, I'll show you how to line those two. So I have my oven preheating at 170 degrees. We're gonna transfer this. So with this batter, you don't want to fill all the way through. You obviously have to give some space for the baking to happen. So this is going to go into baking for about 30 to 40 minutes. I like to keep them overnight in the fridge and then decorate them the next day. So I think you'll see me tomorrow morning. So this is the next day. Before signing off yesterday, I forgot how to show you how to line the tin and the ring. So I'm gonna quickly show you that. So about the cake, my cake baked for at least 30 to 40 minutes at 170 degrees, and then I just, as it is, put the mold in the refrigerator to chill overnight. It's not necessary to do that. I just like to do it because it helps develop the flavor even more. So it's not necessary, you can just eat it right out of the oven. So let's begin with lining our molds. If you're using a tin mold, aluminum tin mold, you have to line it with a parchment paper or a baking paper. Even butter paper works, but in most cases we use parchment paper because butter paper tends to stick a little. Yes, I am just going to take my roll of parchment here, and I'm just going to keep this here and draw a circle. It's very easy, very simple. You can do the same thing with square or any shape that you have. So I'm just going to cut this. Now we have our circle ready. So what I would recommend for you to do before you put your parchment paper inside your mold is to slightly oil it or butter it or grease it, and then simply just, it's that simple. So here is your tin line. Now I'm going to move on to a ring. I usually prefer baking my cakes and everything in a ring because it's very easy, very hassle free. They're very easy to wash and everything. How to line this? We line a ring in aluminium foil. I'll show you how to do that. I'm gonna take a piece of aluminium foil, place your ring over, and then place your hands on the ring and just push, turn, push, turn, push, turn. The first round it's okay if it's not as tight, but as you go around, make sure it is tighter. Ultimate test if your pan has lined correctly is when you pick it up, it should not come off. Since this is coming off right now, it's not done properly. So we'll keep it again inside. Now what I like to do at the end is hold my ring and just tighten it very nicely. See, this is the ultimate test. Now it's done. It's lined properly. So here you have it, guys. This is how you line your aluminum tin or your rings. Moving on to the apple cake that we baked yesterday. It's chilling in the refrigerator right now. I'm yet to decorate it. I wanted to do the decoration with you guys, so I'll just get the cake. So here is our baked apple cake. It was chilling in the refrigerator. So now let's decorate. I'm so excited. So for decoration, I have cream cheese mixed with some whipped cream. To tone down the cream cheese flavor, I added some whipped cream to the frosting. So it's a mixture of whipped cream and cream cheese. Yeah, that's about it. So I have some of that. I have some chopped apples, apple pieces. I have some fresh flowers which I did not pluck. Yes, I did not pluck. They were lying on the floor. Obviously, I cleaned them. I sanitized them before using. So I've tried to give it a nice wave or something like that. trying to make it look aesthetic as possible. So first, whenever you are decorating a cake, every cake has a front side. So look for what is your front side of the cake. The front side, you'll just know. You will just know. It's much nicer, much neater, much beautiful. All sides are beautiful. Mind you, it's food. All sides are beautiful. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying it's better looking. For me, I think this is my good side. This is my good side. So keeping this as a front in my head, I'm just gonna start decorating. I'm so excited to use this. So before you use any kind of fresh flowers in your cakes, it is always advisable to wrap around the stem of the flower before you place it. But since we are just going to place it on top, not like poke it in the cake, it works fine. So I'm done decorating with the flowers and the apple. I'm just going to sprinkle some cinnamon powder because... And there we have it, our apple cinnamon cake. Let's dig in. Not yet. Wait. Photo shoot first. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Oh, I'm gonna cut myself a small piece. Look at the way it's crumbling. This is divine. Oh my god. Oh my god. I am in love with this. I love you. Thank you. I made you. Texture, the flavor of the cake, the crumbliness, the delicate cake, the lost at words. Literal lost at words. Oof. This cake, just make it at home. Just try it and see it for yourself. It is mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. So that winds up today's video. Thank you so much for watching and sticking around till the end. It means really a lot to me. So if you do recreate any of my recipes, the crepes, the donuts, this apple cake, please do tag me in your Instagram story. My handle is Disha as a penguin with underscores in between. I'll link it down in the description below. Also, if you did like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below, share, subscribe, bell button, all that good stuff. And yeah, I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.